everybody, this is Chuck. Welcome to your morning drive. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant today, and this is just things that everybody needs to think about. You know, I understand that the United States is the land of opportunity, and come here, do well. That's all good. If you come here the right way, you know, you got your visa, whatever you got to have, you come here, you try to become a citizen. And I will say, I'm sorry, but just because you can make it across the border here or make it into this country and pop a baby out, to me, that doesn't give you rights to have so much stuff thrown at you. I mean, the baby, especially if it was conceived in another country and it was popped out here and becomes an anchor baby, no. That's not an American citizen. That's somebody from another country that was born here and needs to go back home. I mean, right now you got all these refugees trying to make their way to the border to get in the United States, and you know, you hear all this hoopla about sending troops about this and that to stop them, and you know, I'm sorry, they're not doing it the right way. They're not trying to legally come in this country, become citizens, and make themselves a better life and live here. So this all boils down to us. We allow this to happen. We allow the bleeding heart liberals that are so soft-hearted, oh, those people have a terrible life there, they need to come here, they need to be taken care of. Well, we've got veterans here that have been here and need to be taken care of and need to have help. We've got homeless people here. We've got impoverished people here. I mean, I always used to think of myself as middle class, but actually now, the way the economy is and everything, I think of myself as lower class as far as income level is, just because of the way everything's going. I mean, you look at it, these career politicians here, and this is another thing, we all need to get out and vote. We need to vote these career politicians out and vote people in that's actually going to help the people here, help our veterans, help our homeless, you know, help the people here first, then we'll help everybody else in the world. Until we fix our problems, we can't fix the world's problems. So, think about it. Like I always say, think about it, do your own research, get on the internet, look these things up, look what different people are doing. Let's get some younger people up in Congress, Senate, all that, mayors, governors. You know, get some people that's actually going to do something for us. You know, you hear all the stuff on TV, radio, about the different people and the stuff they've done and how many millions of dollars they've made and how many hundreds of thousands of dollars lobbyists give them for this and that, how they put their own family in this position here to get this and that and do real well. Well, that's all well and good, but it's doing them a whole lot of good, but what's it done for us? I mean, they're trying to get bukus of people come in here and get on welfare, get all this stuff for free, you know, help them find homes, help them in medical, help them with this, help them with that, give them food, give them diapers, whatever. And yet, we have people here every day, especially our veterans, that can't get medical treatment. They have to wait. If anybody ever has had to deal with the VA, with any member of their family, they'll understand what I'm talking about. My wife's grandfather, for example. I mean, give me a break. I mean, he was old, he had problems, he had cancer, he was a diabetic, had a few other little issues, and trying to get health care for him was near impossible. But you know, you look at these people up here like the congressmen, the senators and all that, they got some wonderful health care. They don't take any health care we have. They have their own policies. Remember that. They have their own policies that me and you are paying for that really do take care of things. So me and you pay for their insurance to have really good insurance and make all this money, and look what they're doing to the American people. Now, I know there are some there, and I'm not saying all are bad. There are some there that's trying to do the right thing. But most of them in there, they're career politicians. They're in there for themselves. It's time for them to go. I'll admit, I'm not big on voting. This year, you know, I think I'm going to have to do that this year. I might do some more research, figure out who I like, and do a little bit of voting, because these people have got to go. Because like I've always said in any of my videos you watch, probably 80% of America sits there and we let this shit happen to us. We let all of our rights get taken away. We let all of our benefits go to these refugees and people coming into this country that want to change our country into their image. Like I say, come in here, do it right. You're coming to my country. live with what I got going on. Don't try to make it into your image. If you want to do that in your own home, that's perfectly fine. But not that I'm picking on anybody, but it's like, okay, I dial something somewhere. I got to punch 1 for English. I know, and apparently we don't have a national language, but the vast majority of people in the United States speak English. So I shouldn't have to press 1 for English. I should have to do something if I want it to be another language. And it shouldn't be just Spanish. So I'm not picking on the Spanish-speaking people here. You know, if you're going to do that, you know, they speak 1 for English, 2 for Spanish, you know, 3 for Italian, 4 for French, you know, on and on and on. So anybody that's coming to this country speaks a different language has the opportunity to get it in their language, not just English or Spanish. Why is it just those two? Don't understand that. But once again, we cater to those 20% of people that go, they get their way because they're loud, they're obnoxious, and nobody wants to listen to them, so they give them what they want. While the other 80% of us just sit back and let it happen. Like I said in previous videos, that's why we don't have prayer in schools. That's why they're trying to take "In God We Trust" off our money. They're trying to take anything to do with God off of anything. Yeah, our country's been like that. We allow other religions. It's perfectly fine. I've studied some different ones. I think they're interesting. But my basic belief is I'm a Christian. I'm not going to say I'm a Baptist, Methodist, whatever. I'm a Christian. I've studied a little bit of everything. I don't just focus on one thing. I study a little bit of it all. I've had a Catholic Bible. I've been to Pentecostal churches. Actually been to a Catholic church. Baptist, Methodist, a little bit of everything. You know, the Jehovah's Witnesses come to the door. I listen to what they have to say because they truly believe that's what they want to believe. That's what they believe. I'll listen to them. I'm not going to tell them they're stupid, turn them away. But off track, sorry, but let's just get back on to, we've got to, if we want to make America great again, that's one thing I will say about Trump. If we can actually do that, it's not going to take Trump getting up there and trying to do what he's trying to do. It's going to take us, me, you, everybody else, those 80% or so of us that don't do nothing, that twiddle their thumbs, don't go vote, don't say nothing, don't get out there and say what we believe in, and we let all our rights be taken away from us. I mean, I'm 53 years old. I figure by the time I retire, the way they're throwing money away, the way the government can't handle money, I doubt I'll have a Social Security. I'm lucky I got a little retirement that I've saved up over the years, and I'm hoping that'll do me. But I'm going to have to work till, 68, I think, before I can even think about retiring because of my age. I mean, it started out lower, but the older I get, the more they've moved it away from me. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. And that's the thing I say. It's so hard for me and you when we retire to get our money, and they keep pushing that retirement age farther out. I think my kids, by the time they get there, hell, they'll probably have to be 72, 74 before they can ever touch any money. I mean, I'm not maybe necessarily right about all this. Like I say, do your research, look it up. But it's ridiculous how our government takes care of themselves. I mean, they're set for life. Think about the people. They're lifetime politicians. Even if they get out, they get medical care for life. I mean, I would love to work for a job. Okay, say I work a job 4 years. Then I don't do that job anymore, but they pay for my insurance for the rest of my life and my family? I'm sorry, but that's a bunch of bullshit. If they're going to do that for themselves, they ought to do that for all of us. I mean, think of it. It's not fair. They set themselves up as the elite. I mean, we're almost going back to a dictatorship like when we broke away from England. We broke away from the dictator, the king. Well, it seems like our government is the dictator, and we're the little people down here getting trampled on. Well, like I said, I was going to rant a little bit today about that, but everybody think about it. Everybody do your part. We got to stop sitting on our arses and letting everything be taken away from us. But I hadn't done a video in a while, and I just want to put that out there after I've been listening to the radio. Everybody, please think about it. Vote for somebody that's going to do something good for not just you and me, but for the whole group of us in the United States. And especially just not for themselves. These career politicians, I'm not going to name any names per se, but the ones that have been there for years and years and years, you know, they voted to say that we can't have a president for more than 2 terms, 8 years. So how can some of these people justify themselves being in our government and members of Congress and Senate for 20 plus years? I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me. They say one thing, yet they do another. Can we trust our government? I'm sort of worried about that. Like I say, do your own research. Don't believe everything you read first. Make sure you go to reputable sources. Just don't go to Google, Wikipedia. Read it several places. Look at some hopefully reputable sources anymore with our news people, especially like CNN. I would rather watch a monkey out playing in the rain trying to give me a weather forecast than try to watch CNN give me any news on anything. And this will be my last rant here, but like anytime there's a shooting, especially a mass shooting, like what just happened at that synagogue, terrible, horrible thing. I do not condone it at all. I think there's some really warped people out there that are doing some bad things. But as far as the media and listening to anything about it, I've heard different accounts of anywhere from 4 to 11 people killed, others injured. And as I told my wife, until at least a week or two after the initial incident, that's when I believe what I hear on the news, because they speculate. And I was real surprised I haven't heard, it's an AR-15. I mean, I don't know what he used to shoot him with. I really haven't heard, because I haven't listened to it. I sort of listened to it in passing. I pray for the people there that survived. I pray for the people that have lost family members and friends. But can I believe anything the news says? No. They speculate. They have their own agendas. They say what they want to say, and they try to get us to hear and believe what they want us to hear and believe. So, once again, that's just where our country is. Everybody wants ratings, wants to be popular, wants to make money. They'll do or say whatever they can, and we let them do it. Case in point, look up the news when we had that last flooding, when the last hurricane came through. Oh, I'm sorry, might be the last one, might be the time before, but it's down in Florida, around Panama City. They had a reporter out there. He wasn't leaning into the wind. He's leaning away from the wind, talking about how hard it was. He couldn't stand up. You sort of noticed his jacket wasn't really blowing. Then you see two people just walking by behind him like it's no big deal. And then that, I think his name's Anderson Cooper. I will call him out, blonde-headed fella, or gray-headed, whatever it is. Can't stand the man. He is a self-righteous a-hole, in my opinion. It's just my opinion. But he goes out to interview people, and they find a ditch for the man to stand in to make it look like it's really flooded bad. Somebody took a picture in the background, showing the cameraman standing up, maybe 4 or 5 inches of water, and him interviewing some woman down in a dang hole. And they're doing that to report how bad the flooding is, to sensationalize it, to get more people to watch them. I'm sorry, to me, that is just like falsifying evidence, tampering with evidence, that something like that would land you in jail. I think if you were caught doing that as a news broadcaster, not only should that person be fired, totally got rid of it, can never work in journalism again, I think whatever core group is, like a CNN or whoever they directly work for, putting them on TV, they ought to be fined. Let's make it a large amount of money, $500 million. I mean, that teach them not to do that no more. I mean, if I got up and I said something that wasn't true and made it look like something was worse than it was, and knew I was going to be fined and possibly lose my job, we might have a little bit more accurate reporting. Like going back to the gun issue. When there's these mass shootings and you hear, we know 2 people have been killed. We know 4 people have been killed. We know 7 people have been killed. We know 11 people have been killed. Then a week later you find out, it's actually 9 people. Okay, why report something till you have all the evidence? Why not just say there's been a shooting, there's been possible deaths? As soon as we get confirmation on things, we'll let you know what's going on. I think that's how the news used to work before it became reality that wants to suck you in and get better ratings and get you to watch their program, make them more money. Hey, some of these news anchors and these people go out, they have to be making some pretty good bucks. Look at the way they dress, look at the way they act. They don't dress and act like I do, so they obviously had a whole lot more money than I do. I'm just no redneck, but I think I clean up pretty well if you give me more money. But anyway, that's enough rant for the day. Hope everybody has a wonderful day. And like I think about it, get out there, vote, change it, and let's make America better than what it is now. I'm not going to use Trump words. I'm going to say, let's make it better than what it is. Let's get it back on the road to what it used to be. Have a good day.